if you had advice for somebody that is just starting out in real estate, wanting to get their very first investment property and grow it from there and possibly get into the multifamily things, and this will help me out as well because, like I said, I want to get into it. But what would be your advice to get started?
First things first, I would say get in a room with these people. Like, if you want to be in multifamily, join all the multifamily groups you can join.
Right.
Like, join all the Facebook groups, be active, join the calls, because some of them have the calls.
Which that would be farther down the road, because the first.
Yeah, I mean, you could start multifamily if you wanted to.
I mean, but most people don't have that kind of knowledge or want to get into something that big start now.
So you don't have to take a deal down by yourself, right? So, like, you could join a team of people. You could be the guy boots on the ground for something, going to due diligence for somebody, like for an apartment complex. Like, let's say it was here in Cartersville, and you wanted to get in on multifamily, and you were like, I'm just going to start looking for deals. Then you post them in the groups to these people that are looking in Cartersville. They're like, hey, I'm going to use you as boots on the ground. And you're going to do the walkthroughs. You're going to meet the people. Like, you're not bringing any money to the table. You're just helping.
Yeah.
And so you can get in deals that way. If you want to get into single family flips, then you need to join. I don't want to say pay for any courses or anything like that, because you can literally watch everything on bigger pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't just jump in saying, "Oh, I'm going to pay for this course." It's going to teach.
There's so much free knowledge out there.
There is, and you're paying for a course. Like, we're in a mastermind. I'm in two groups. I'm in a multifamily group I pay for, and I'm in a mastermind for short-term rentals that I pay for.
Yeah.
But like, you pay for the stuff. Like, if you're going to buy a course, what you're doing is you're buying for speed. Because you can learn that stuff, but it might take you a couple years. Yeah. But if you really want to just learn, I would say, like, especially if you don't have any money to start, don't be going spending $4 or $5 grand on a course. It's stupid. But get in the rooms, go to the conferences that are, spend a couple $100 on a ticket. Go meet people. The more you want to get in it, the more you let people know what you're doing, like social media stuff, because people start bringing you deals. Outside of that, like, once you get, like surround yourself with those people. Like, if you want to be an agent, here you are in the office, right? So, like, you get in the rooms with these people and you just start learning, like, start feeding off knowledge, but also, like, offer value in return. Okay. Like, offer to take people to coffee, or, like, say, like, hey, what do you need from me? Do you want me to go put out flyers for you? Do you want me to go put out a sign for you? Or you want me to go knock on doors for you? Whatever. Outside of that, I would just say, like, a lot of people give up. They hit adversity and they're just like, I'm just going to go back and go find a job being a machine operator, or I'm going to go find a job being a front-end manager or something,
Because like you said, life happens.
So life does happen. Like, keep your goals in mind. Like, if you can remember, like, your 16-year-old self that was setting goals for yourself. Like, I wanted to buy a Lamborghini, right? That was, like, one of my dreams, like, to own a Lamborghini.
I hear about it all the time.
So if you want to own, like, if you wanted to own one at 16, like, what happened? Yeah. Like, a lot of people have these high goals, and then they go up through life and they, like, stagnate here, and then they bring their goals down to what's, like, more obtainable. They don't keep their goals up, So they're like, oh, I'm just going to drive a Toyota Corolla or a Camry or
something easy to
grandpa's truck or something like that.
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, but it's like, you got to keep your goals and you got to keep your ambitions in front of you. So I would say, like, don't give up on what you originally want to do. Like, think back of your goals and don't ask, like, why, or, I can't. It's how can you? Yeah. So right. Like, if you can keep that as your fuel, and then you're putting yourself in these groups and you're surrounding yourself and you're watching these people close deals, and, like, you start actually engaging with them. Like, how did you do it? What did you do? And you're building all these, like, relationships. Yeah. Next thing you know, like, somebody else send you one. So, like, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday on Messenger, and she was asking about boutique hotels. Okay. And so, like, one of our coaches kind of created this, like, I don't know, 6 people in this little message group. And they were like, about boutique hotels. And so some of them were trying to find one or whatever. And so she's texting me, like, I've been looking for a month and I hadn't found nothing. I'm like, you won't find anything for a month. Right. Like, just get into the multifamily groups. Those are the people seeing the hotel deals and the apartment deals. They don't have to be a hotel. You can have an apartment complex turned into a boutique hotel. Yeah. So, like, it's technically probably a little easier. So, like, you have these, I thought it was easier. Right. Like, it's not easy. This shit is not easy.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's rewarding and it's lucrative. You
But
make
it's
a lot
hard
of
work.
money.
It's hard work.
I mean, we manage I've got 6 people on the renovation side that works for me. We've got 2 virtual assistants. We're hiring number 3, and then we have our full-time assistant under us.
Mm-hmm.
So managing people is hard. It can be super rewarding when somebody comes to you and says, "Actually, we got 2 people at the hotel, so we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 technically under us." So you have this. It can be super rewarding.
But you just got to make sure they're taken care of.
Yes. Yes. When you're doing something and they tell you, one person was able to quit their second job because we gave them a raise.
Yeah.
When we took over the hotel.
Right. It makes you feel good. That's
that's awesome.
Rewarding.
Yeah, it's awesome. But, still put in the work for it.
Yeah.
But,
exactly.
That's rewarding. Somebody ends up in a nicer vehicle. Somebody ends up, actually affording a vacation, paying off debt, something like that. Or, just enjoying where they're working. My last boss actually sucked.
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
You got me out of that situation.
Me?
No, I'm saying that's what they're saying. You got me out of that situation.
Yeah, and so that's the rewarding part. The problem is when you have to fire somebody.
Yeah.
Because they don't do what they said they're going to do, or they take advantage of you.
And that hurts everybody. It hurts you, hurts them.
It's hard. It's a hard conversation to have. Yeah. Usually, Scott has the conversation. I don't even have the conversation. So that's where Scott will come back in. He's
you just get off easy, don't you?
Scott's like, do you want me to do it? And I'm like, no, dude, don't worry. He's like, I'll take care of it. So
man, I'll do all the hiring. You just do all the firing.
Yeah, I'll find the people. You just let them go. So you have that give and take there, right. And so it's stressful.
Yeah, it's
not easy. I've got friends that are like, I want to flip a house, and I'm like, just stay where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Just pump the brakes.
Right.
So let's fix what you're doing first, and then we'll look at mine a flip. How much time do you really have? I've got a buddy that we flipped a house together.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yep.
And now he's a
awesome
softball
guy.
Coach, for his kids.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, that's amazing. That's like a dream of mine is to be a baseball coach.
Right.
So he's enjoying the time at home and he's making great money. He's got 3 routes and Pepperidge Farm routes. That's somebody that you need to talk to too.
Yeah.
Just because he's in a totally different industry, totally different business.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I have him on here.
So he do I ever think he'd ever flip another house? Probably not.
I don't think
unless he could find the team to do it for him.
Yeah, I don't think he enjoyed the experience.
I think he did to a point.
Right.
But it was the got to get material out there at 10 o'clock at night so the guys can work the next day.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that nobody likes to do that.
Yeah.
But the part where it's listed, it's done, that's the satisfaction that you get a check.
Yeah.
That's the
for sure.
delayed gratification. But, the finishing touches and all that stuff, that stuff's fun. And he liked that. But I don't think he'll ever do another one just because, he's got a very good industry he's in.
Right.
And he's learning how to, capitalize.
And he's just taking that over more, trying to focus on that.
Yeah, if he just focuses on that, then knock this thing out of here. If he focuses on that, then he'll be fine.
That's good.
He'll probably he wants to own a car wash, and that doesn't take a lot.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'd love to help him find a car wash for sure.
I bet you would.
Yeah, man.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
Off market deals, baby.
Yeah, man. Off market car washes.
Yeah.
We got a few around here.
There's a couple around here that he's actually looked at and tried to call owners. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I should start getting in contact with some owners of those and just send them out to them. I got them on Facebook. Definitely just hey, I know you couldn't get in contact with them, but hey, here you go.
Yeah, so I mean, the ones that don't keep going are the people that fail.
Yeah.
They make excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to school and working night shift at the same time.
Yeah.
I was working, I was getting off at 7:30 in the morning, going to school at 9, taking a nap in the truck in the parking lot, getting off at 2 o'clock, going home, taking a nap, be back at work at 7, 6:30, 7 o'clock. So a lot of people are well, I don't have the time. No, you don't have the time because you don't make the time.
Yeah.
Don't make it a priority. So just read a book, start with a book, start with a podcast, start with videos, and then you start learning. And a lot of people just quit. They just say, oh, it's too hard, it's too much time.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah, you have to stick with it. I mean, I listened to a year and a half of the podcast before I bought my first one.
Yeah.
That's where I tell a lot of people to just start. It's you want to start learning, getting the groups and getting on the podcast. Like Bigger Pockets is full of information.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That was their goal, and that's what they.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So,
awesome.
Other than that, that's pretty much all I have.